Hey everybody, it's Jennifer here with Canvas Sign Designs, and today I'm going to be hand lettering words from my June lettering challenge. We've done this the last couple of months in here, and this was the collage from from last month here. And then we had this one from April. So it was a lot of fun. Everybody seems to enjoy it. So that is what I'm going to be doing for June. We're going to make a word collage with words from the June lettering challenge. So I will post this a little bit later on, so those of you that don't have it can see it. But this is, if you are in the Happy Lettering Club, this is posted on the group page for you guys to see. So as you were jumping on, say hello. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Linda. How are y'all doing? I feel a little bit out of sorts because of my allergies. So if y'all see me, just kind of, I might have to just wipe a little. My eyes are watering. I took some Mucinex and it feels like I have medicine head. You know how that feels like when you take like a decongestant and it just kind of feels like you're like just a little disconnected. That's how I feel today. So it's rainy here, it's gloomy here, but we are going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time with our lettering. Yes, allergies. I think that I think that the gland that drains my tears is like maybe like some inflammation is maybe pressing on against that, because it's just one eye. It's just one eye that keeps watering, and so I've been taking some Flonase and all of the things, but I might just have to go to the doctor. Hey Patricia, hey Marisa, hey Colleen. But it's just, this time of year. Anyway, I'm going to take this paper out of my little journal spiral here so that I can letter on it on a flat piece of paper. Yeah, it's just this time of year is crazy with allergies and, and it's just excessive eye watering from one eye. It's the most annoying thing ever. So annoying. Has anybody else ever had that? Because I have it off and on, and it's always just this one side. Anyway, hello, Brenda. I asked ChatGPT what were some things that I could do for it. And actually the things it told me has helped, but it has not completely gone away. Hey, Valerie, how are you? Okay, so I think today I'm going to be using the same markers as I normally do. My favorite Tombow Fudinowski markers, but let me pull some good fun like June colors out here. But I also, those of you that are in the Happy Lettering Club, y'all know I used some of these on when we had our guest artist Desiree come in, and I ended up using some of these, and I thought these would be really great for today because there's a lot of good colors. So that is what I'm trying to incorporate some of these into. You used to have the same problem, knock on wood, don't have that issue again. Ugh. I hope that I can get it to go away. I probably need some like steroids. Maybe I have a sinus infection. I just don't really realize it. I don't know. My nose is stuffy all the time, so there's that. Hey, Candy. Colleen, you were just doing some practice. Good job, Colleen. Yay. Everybody, just if you have an opportunity to sit down and get a piece of paper out and just doodle along, it doesn't have to be for anything. You can get like a little piece of notebook paper out and just, work alongside of me. Where I just cannot find the rest of my pens. Some are missing. Just doodle alongside and see what happens, just get that practice in somehow. Okay, so we're going to use these words here. And what I've been doing is just starting with the first word and just working my way down and just kind of putting them in various different places on here. One good thing you can do if you're not sure how to line things up and where to put your words, you can get a ruler and just do some pencil lines, you know, in some different spots, just all random little places. And it might help you kind of know, like, just decide where to line them up. I don't do that. I just let it go, and just where I letter it, and we'll see what happens. Hey, Marie, but y'all can do that if you need to. You guys, Marie made the most. I need to post it. I'm going to post it, Marie, on my page. I'm going to share it on my page. Marie took one of the lettering designs from the template library, and she added it to some of her artwork. And you guys, it is so beautiful. Marie, your flowers are unbelievable. Like, they are so pretty. I cannot even, like, amazing piece of art. So it was so beautiful. So I'm going to be sharing that on my main page at some point. I had to get my subscription boxes out first, but those are out, so we're good. Hey, Heather. But yeah, Colleen, you can just get you a pencil and just start doing just random, like, just kind of marks and places, and then that kind of helps you kind of like box it in and line it up and do all of the things. It was gorgeous, wasn't it, Heather? Like, seriously, Marie, you're so talented. If y'all aren't following her, her page is called The Crafty Palette. Go follow her. She is so artistic and so amazing. And she recently joined the template library, so I'm so honored to have you in there. And be able to see the lettering that I create on your designs. Hey, Sherry. Okay, I'm going to start with June. And I'm not loving the colors that I have today. So we might just go, I don't know. I'm going to try the twin tones. Sometimes I don't like them though, because they're not real. They're more like alcohol kind of ink. I don't really know what ink they are, but we're going to try this bright pink. I like the brush tips of the Tombow markers, but I don't like that I don't have a huge amount of color options. So I'm going to do June in the middle here, because we are doing a June journal page. Cute. And these seem to be doing really well on here. I think your paper matters, and I want to just kind of chat with that too. Like, when you are, I know I say, like, you know, you can practice your hand lettering, just whip out a piece of paper and a pencil and go for it. And you definitely can. You know, you're learning the movements of the marker and all of that. But I do, if you are using your markers, your paper matters. If you use just regular copy paper or regular notebook paper or paper that is not meant for like an artistic purpose, your markers will not write the same. You will notice a big difference. So I always recommend using a sketchbook. This is mixed media. I get it from Walmart. It's just a mixed media journal, and mixed media just means you can use paints on it. You can use watercolor. You can use marker. You can just sketch on it. It is made to be able to withstand water. So if you're using like acrylic paints, you can use it to practice your painting. It's a really good kind of multi-use journal spiral. So you'll be able to notice a difference when you take your pens and for your lettering markers and use that paper versus just a regular piece of, copy paper or whatever. You'll be able to tell the difference. It's a heavier pound paper, which just means that it's just thicker and it doesn't absorb the ink as quickly as like a piece of regular paper. It might bleed. It's just going to make you feel like, oh, like you're lettering with a whole different pen, just changing your paper. So if you're using regular paper and you're feeling like your markers are very like inky and just they bleed and they don't glide on the page, try getting some really good paper. Another good paper is HP for Hewlett Packard, HP Premium 32 paper. And that is what I make my workbooks out of. And that is the silkiest, smoothest paper. The ink dries really fast on it. It is amazing. So I would recommend using those types of papers. I'm going to pull out some fun summer colors here. Aren't these colors so fun? These are Tombow Twin Tone. And although they're not my favorite thing to letter with, just because they don't have a brush tip, which is nice. But these colors get me every time. I love them, but they have a bullet tip on one end and then they have a super fine tip on the other end. And it really makes lettering more fun because of the colors. Okay, let's see. Let's do we might contrast with that light pink there. Okay, I think those are the colors that I'm going to use today. Maybe throw in one of those. I like to have my color theme going here. So we'll just, but they have a real, a bullet tip on one end and a real fine point tip on the other end. These are great for like journaling. They're good. They're not my favorite, but they are really good markers. Thank you, Donna. I know. I don't understand why the Fudenoski don't have more colors either. They need to get it together. If they have these colors like this, I would never buy another marker in my life ever again. True story. When I use tracing paper, I usually use whatever. I think most tracing paper is fine. I typically buy the Crayola brand on Amazon because it's the best deal. You can get the most pages, but tracing paper, I have not found a tracing paper that is terrible. So most of them all are going to be great. Marie said she used to get discouraged using regular printer paper when she first started lettering. Using really good paper makes a difference. It sure does, like a world of difference. Like it just takes you up to the next level, I think. These are the pens. These should be listed in my shop. Yep, Tombow Twin Tones. I bet these are listed in my shop. Is that what you're talking about? Hey, Marilyn. The ones that are my absolute favorite are these Tombow Fudenoski markers or pens here. So Tombow is a brand, Tombow, and Fudenoski is the type. These are my absolute favorite. I love these. These are the holy grail, but they have all the primary colors and a few bright neon colors, and that's it. Hey, Roxy. Hey, Kim, welcome. You want to write like this. You have good handwriting, but would love to do this. Well, I have terrible handwriting, Kim. So, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great. So this is just, we are taking hand lettering is one thing and handwriting is the other. This is more of an art form. So you can do it, especially if you're good at handwriting. I bet you would pick this up really, really fast. Hey, Renee, welcome. Okay, so those of you just jumping on, I'm doing a lettering challenge. So I'm just kind of randomly putting these words, and I just noticed the next word is sprinkler. So let's do that in blue. Maybe I should do a light blue too. Let's do a light blue. Sprinkler. Okay, and I like to just kind of pick different spots. Let's go here. And pick different fonts and just different ways of whatever. We like to make it random. Let's go with, sometimes it gets tricky knowing where to put the words as we get down to the bottom. We made it happen last month. Last month I misspelled a word. So if y'all are new watching me, just know that I am likely to misspell a word because talking and lettering is not very easy. I'm going to do this and hug it over. I love to mix my capital, my lowercase, my cursive, my print. So that's just the style that I like. It's fun to me. I have to watch because what I'm doing is I'm paying very close attention to this imaginary line here, because if I'm not careful, it will go sprinkler way up here. Okay. So if you're somebody that tends to do that, you're not alone. And I just have to make a conscious effort to kind of like pay attention to where this, imaginary baseline is. But you could draw yourself some pencil lines if you needed to. And then when all your lettering is done, you could just erase your pencil lines. SPRIN. Okay. This is a big word. I'm having to concentrate. I can chit chat and hand letter June because I've hand lettered June a bunch of times, but when you're like doing a new word, you don't typically hand letter, such as sprinkler. And to like be very careful not to misspell it. So typically what I do when I'm just playing around and having fun and practicing, like this is what I would consider me playing around, having fun practicing. I don't do this, but if I were to do a project, if this was like for something, a card or something else like that, I always penciled my words on first and then go back over them with marker. That way I know they're penciled on, they're not misspelled. I don't have to focus on like misspelling anything, or I can just focus on, using my markers and lettering the words and all of the things. So, if you are somebody that tends to, or you're nervous about messing up, I'm having to do the word beach. And I'm like, what color should I do beach? We're just going to do it with this color. You can pencil your words on first. I do that all the time. Okay, let's go. I don't want to do beach right in the middle because I don't want my eye to be drawn. Like I want everything kind of staggered. So instead of doing beach right up here, I'm just going to scooch over just a little bit. So just telling y'all my thoughts behind the method to my madness, which, there is a reel out, if y'all saw, that we did in the Happy Lettering Club, where we did a summer sign like this, where we did a collage like this last year, and that was a lot of fun. And it's got a lot of the same words, but it will look different. I'm going to go way up here with it, just because that C has a gap in it. And so I just put my crossbar there so that this could kind of tuck in here. And then for the A, I did it here just in between these two right there. So I'm glad you like this. Hey, Glenda. Hey, how are you? I was going to say, hey, and then I was going to say, how are you? And it came out like that. Very, very jumbled. Sorry. Any tips on your R? Your hand keeps reverting back to the proper way. When that happens, because I used to do that with the E's too, I would get like a big piece of paper out and just try to write them over and over and over and over and over your R's, and try to write them different. Another thing that I try to do, because your hand is wanting to write that R the way that you've always written it, because it's on autopilot, right? So maybe hold your pen a little bit different. I know it sounds really dumb, but when you're, we've been making these movements, just like walking, like we don't have to think about that anymore. We just do it, right? Because our body knows what to do. But if you had to start walking differently, you would have to consciously think about walking differently until you did it for so long that your body was able to then replace that, movement with the new movement, if that makes sense. So when you're doing hand lettering, we've, I guess I'm trying to remember about how to do a regular R, because I don't even know anymore because I've been doing hand lettering for so long. Maybe is that a regular R? I don't know. But I do my R's like kind of real big and exaggerated like this. So it's a completely different shape, right? This is the way we're used to do it. This is the new shape. So sometimes when I was hand lettering in the beginning and learning, and I kept like my hand would always revert back and do the letter E all the time like this, instead of like this. Like it was just like I had the hardest time. Either I will like consciously like think about it as I'm doing it, like, okay, don't do my R the old way, do it the new way. And I would like talk to myself. Or you can hold your pen a little differently. Like I hold my pen like this, but maybe holding it differently, like maybe like this, it creates a brand new like movement in your brain because you're not on autopilot anymore, because this is autopilot, but this is something different. So I kind of just played around with different ways to hold my pen, different ways to form the letter. Sometimes I went and did them backwards, or maybe I would do I wouldn't do this with the letter S, but I mean R, but I'm just going to use it as an example. But I might do that, that looks terrible, but you know what I mean? Like I might just kind of like try to do it in a different order. That way it was a new movement for my brain to try to remember. Does that make sense? Just kind of play around with it some different ways and see what works. But it takes a little bit of time. Here goes my eye watering. It takes a little bit of time just for your brain to learn those new movements. Now, when I try to do regular hand lettering, I almost have to, like regular handwriting, I almost have to think like, how do I form letters regularly? Because I've been doing the hand lettering for so long. So you're creating new pathways in your brain. Your brain's talking to your hand and, doing all of that work. And it just takes a little bit of time for you to kind of pick up on that, where it doesn't happen all the time. And the only way to get through that is just by practicing. And that's why practicing is obviously so important when you are learning how to hand letter, because that is what's going to replace those movements. And try to just look at the letters as if they are shapes and not letters, because when you do that, it makes you look at them differently. Okay, now we go to swimsuit. Here goes this eye here. If y'all missed it, I'm having allergies. Lots of allergies and my eyes just watering. Okay, swimsuit. Now I'm going to go down here and let's see. I'm going to do swimsuit, I think. But I'm not going to know where to start it, stacking it like that, because we're at the bottom of the page. Whereas if I was up here, it wouldn't really matter. But since I'm at the bottom of the page, I don't want to do swim and then not have enough room to do suit. So what I'm going to do is do suit first, and then I'm going to do swim on top of it. And I know it's one word, but I'm going to make it 2 words just because I want to. So you see how I do my S's upside down, this backwards. And that's the only way that I feel like I can make an S look nice. So play around and do some different things and do what works for you. I could never, so that would be one letter that I could never get I could never do well, because my brain always just wanted to write it the old way, is the letter S. So I learned how to do it backwards. The letter R is a little more difficult to do that, but And now I still write my S's from the bottom up when I'm doing hand lettering because that's how they look the best. I wonder if I did 2 words and two colors. Let's do a dark. I'm trying to think. Do I want to do a different? Swim is going to be a longer word because you have a W and an M in there, and I and T are real thin and narrow. So I was kind of thinking, should I letter them just a little differently? So I think I'm going to start here. Just going to kind of go around that word. And then I'm going to add these thicker lines here to my downstrokes. I should probably add these word collages to the template library. Anybody wanted to make a sign out of them? And then how about we do a little splash, even though there, that'll be good. I don't have enough room on this side to do any more splashes, so we're just gonna do that. Swimsuit. And the good thing about these is, you have that bullet tip, but then you also have this super fine tip, so you can go in and make little bitty corrections and changes and things. Like I could add some tiny little dots right there. Can't see it, but I added them, teeny tiny. So that's another good use of these, like getting 2 pins in one. Anytime you can get 2 pins in one, that's great, right? Yes, for bullet journaling. Yeah, that's something I always wanted to be really good at, but I just don't do, is bullet journaling. Okay, we're gonna go to coconut. We'll do it in this color here. Bullet journaling seems, palm trees after that, so I'm gonna do palm tree in this color. I know that's dumb. I just want to do it in the color that, matches the word, but I don't have that color. We'll do this. That's not really palm tree. I mean, coconut. Coconut's white. I have nothing. Okay. I don't want to use brown. That's boring. So let's go. I already used orange. We'll just do coconut in this color. I know that's dumb. I know. Marie said she always starts out with the best of intentions and fizzles out after a few days. I get like very, it's hard for me to stay with my attention with little bitty things, like bullet journaling. Like it's very like detailed. I don't know. I want to be done with the project. I don't like to drag it out. So we'll do coconut here. COCONUT. Let's just do a little cursive. Or script is what I'm supposed to call it, I guess. But sometimes when you get to using one sort of way of lettering for so long, it's even really hard to kind of step out and do some different stuff. Like when I'm trying to kind of think of like new fonts, or for instance, doing this, sometimes I'm like, oh, my brain doesn't even think of any other way to letter other than the way that I have lettered for years. Okay, palm tree is next. I feel like I just want to do like something really cute with it, but that feels like a lot of pressure. Am I gonna Let me turn my phone on notifications here. Okay. So let's go. I'm gonna do tree first. Let's see how I could turn the tree into a palm tree. Palm tree. I should have done a palm tree and used the words in that and then done coconut on the little leaves. You wrote a checkout the other day and wrote it this way, right? Like it's hard to like switch it back and forth with your brain. Hey Don, how are you? These are Tombow twin tone markers. And I believe I have these linked to my Amazon shop. Juanita, if you have that link, will you pop it in here? I think that I have these linked in there. They're awesome to use. Let's see, use hand lettering with acrylic paints. I can't remember if they're waterproof or not. It will say it in the instructions. I don't typically use these when I'm doing watercolor, but I think that would be okay if your watercolor is dry, but I don't know if you could do it if you like got water on them. I'm not really sure. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna not be, I need to see a picture of a palm tree. Let me look at a picture of a palm tree because now I'm gonna be nervous. Let's see, palm trees are pretty easy to draw, but I'm nervous because I'm on here with y'all. That's okay. I'm just gonna look at a picture. Usually just go to some clip art on Google and look at something. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, I said I didn't want to use brown, but what the heck? No, that's not brown. That's blue. I grabbed the wrong one. Y'all. My brain's not working right today. Here. I'm not the best at drawing, okay? And then we're gonna go, let's see. Here. I painted a mural. I hate that word because it's so hard to say. And once a beach theme mural. When I first started painting, I just got super obsessed with it because it was just so fun. And so I literally just was painting every room in the house. I painted my kids' names on their bedroom walls, and then I painted their game room. And then at the time, my aunt, who was my age, she moved into my neighborhood. And they built a house and moved into my neighborhood. And so we painted like a beach theme mural in her kid's bathroom. And it was so fun. It was so cute. God, I had such a good time doing that. I wish I had pictures of all that. I have them somewhere, but and I didn't know what I was doing. I would just pencil everything on with chalk. I think I shouldn't have done that. I have to make this really long to. And then I would just paint over it with acrylic paint. It was so fun. I'm gonna have to go back and add one there. This is really taking up a lot of space though. I kind of don't like this picture I'm following because it's palm. I like doing the palm leaves better, that not like this, but more like this here. But here we are. Okay. There. I'm just going to do that. We'll be done. Okay. You know, when you use Procreate for a long time, you really get spoiled because I'm like, oh, if I could have just made it smaller and lifted it up and put it right by that E. Anyway. Dina says, want to purchase your course. Can you help? Yes. Juanita, will you pop the link in for my online, for the Lettering for Sign Makers course? Do you mind? Thank you, Linda. Marie says she would love to paint a mural, but would not in her own home. I know. I'm really trying to think about doing something like that in Abby's room. But Linda said, I did that too. I put a big palm tree behind their door and a big chalkboard so that they could draw fearless. What happened? You know what? I did that too. I did a big giant chalkboard on the game room like wall so that they could write with chalk on it, and it just got chalk dust everywhere. So I don't recommend doing that. But anyway, okay. So let's do, I'm going to do this. There's really just no way to extend your creativity, expand your creativity though, if you just don't do it, you know, like y'all were like, oh, just do it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it. But now look, I'm going to do palm here and then tree here, and it's going to look really cute. Does it look exactly the way I would want it to look? No, but it adds something different to this design that I would have not added otherwise. So gave it a little personality. And you could color this in. I'm just going to do this for now. I may go back and color that in because I really do think it needs to be colored in, but okay. Okay. She's okay. She's okay. Let's see. Let's do pool. Let's do something different if I can come up with something different. Yeah. You had to go very slow to concentrate on those O's to make sure that they were a decent shape. O's are another thing I used to kind of do backwards, or I would do one side here and then one side here so that they would be equally as full, because one side of my O would always be flat. I could do this. In my mind, see, y'all don't know this. You will now because I'm telling you, but in my mind, I'm like, please don't mess this up. Please don't mess this up. It's definitely not perfect, but that's okay. Let's just add some color to it. Abby is my 7-year-old, for those that don't know. She is obviously, it's summer break. She has been in crafting mode, y'all, like serious crafting mode. She has painted so many things and she has made so many things. She was in here yesterday. She wasn't in here. She made it in her room. She came over. Look, I have one short over there. Shoot. She made some things with modeling clay for my husband for Father's Day. Dang it. Let's see. And she came over here to paint it. Oh, y'all, so cute. So cute. Actually, it's just type out letteringforsignmakers.com. That's all it is. Letteringforsignmakers.com. Sorry, Juanita. She made this, y'all. It is so sweet. She made this like heart that had like two pieces. So it was like half a heart here and a half heart here. Um, and she painted one side purple and put an A on it, and one side blue and put an A because my husband's name's Andy. For Father's Day, like it was like a heart that you put together like this, and it had two pieces, and one was her and one was him. Is that not the sweetest thing? I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And she also made him a ring holder, so it was like a little, like a little, like a dish, but like it came up in the middle, like where you can put your rings on. He only has one ring. But she came over here asking him all kinds of questions because we were packing boxes yesterday. And she was like, do you wear a lot of rings? And he was like, no, I only wear one ring, and which is his wedding ring. And she was asking all these questions. And she was like, where is your ring? Can I look at it? I need to get the measurements for it. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna make you a ring, because she's been making lots of jewelry too. She's big into jewelry making. And I was like, she's gonna make you a ring for Father's Day. But ended up she's making a ring dish. And I just think that's so cute. Okay, let's like put some little splash marks here by this little pool. Anyway, and we carved Dad in the side of it, and she painted it. But she has been painting all kinds of like, well, she's just painted two pictures, one for her and then one for my sister-in-law. She made, my sister-in-law broke her ankle and is gonna have to have surgery, and so we're sending her a little care package. And Rachel, if you're watching this, I just spoiled it. But she painted her a picture, and she watched one of my lives that I did with the painting, and she followed the instructions, and I'm just so proud of her. She's just been doing awesome. I should have moved that over. We should make a rule saying we should never say I should have, right? Because that's what we shouldn't talk like that. But I do it too. I know. Yeah, we need to have our guest. She's already been asking me, like, when can I teach a Procreate class? I need to have her on here too and do something, because it's just fun. But I'm just so proud of her creativity. She's really moving into it. Okay, let's see what color I haven't used. I haven't done, let's see, let's do I think I've done all the colors. Let's do grill. We'll just do it this color. Where can I put grill? No, that's right there. Let's do it over here. You'll see that. But she's already asking today when can I paint another? I want to paint Dad something for Father's Day. I'm like, you can you're gonna have to wait till this afternoon. Of course, her wanting to paint something usually means I'm having to clean it up. Obviously, I know she can clean it up, but she doesn't clean the paintbrushes the way that I would want the paintbrushes cleaned. But I do need to work with her on that. But I even taught her how to use that blending fluid yesterday to make that little sign. I just couldn't believe she did such a good job on it. I got her lettering, so I got just a blank piece of paper out, and I wrote, "You got this" on the side, and she copied it on her blank piece of paper, and then we used transfer paper to put it on the sign so that she could get it exactly. And that worked well. I know I should have used yellow. Let's do a little, this one's getting very artistic here. I shouldn't have done this. Oh, that looks terrible. Let's see. I got too big for my britches. Looks like a hand. Does not look like a flame. Let's see if we can save this. Maybe I'll do a note to self. I'm not a good drawer, okay? I'm good at hand lettering, but drawing is not my strong suit. Okay, we're just gonna it's gonna be what it is. That is the ugliest thing. Okay, sunshine. Up, see now we gotta use the yellow for sunshine. Let's do sunshine real big. I can use this space. Let's see, do I wanna let's go this way. I don't even know that that was straight across either. I think that kind of had a little slope to it. That's okay. It's not so bad when you're doing these kind of collages because you can kind of just, it's collage, so it doesn't have to be perfect and symmetrical. I struggle with symmetry. So if you're new around here, I am not as good at symmetrical like print. I'm better. I make everything whimsical so that I don't have to make it straight. Okay, I'm just going through and thickening these downstrokes here. Since I'm adding pictures everywhere, let's just do a little sunshine. I'm going to be singing I Got Sunshine. I got sunshine all day. Let's see. Sun rays. Yep, that would look good. Okay, let's see. Now we got to go with sunglasses. Do not ask me to draw sunglasses. I'm not drawing sunglasses because I will definitely mess sunglasses up. Let's see. Even though that's one of our signs in this one the Sign Maker Society. I cannot just draw on paper and it's all going to look good. I would have to erase and rewrite probably 1,000 times. Okay, let's go this way. Lots of S's in that word. I'm just going to kind of go over it, just picking it up just a little bit. These you can kind of tell where I start and stop my pen. There's like dots. That's kind of annoying. There is ways to fix that. You can kind of smooth back over it. You're still going to get it though, like at the end of the letter. If you can see what I'm talking about, see where you can see where I started and stopped my pen. It gets dark. You can't see it from far away so much, but it's there. But it's just one of those things you gotta let it go. Just don't worry about it. Okay, tank top. Let's go with tank top. I haven't done this one yet. Let's do like tall, skinny kind of a thing here. Actually, let's do it right here. I'm gonna do top first. So no, this is a struggle for me, these symmetrical straight words. This has 4 letters in it, so I just need to make it a little bit more narrow. I'm excited that I've been doing this, and I'm going to have it in my journal. So we'll have a whole year of these word collages. I think that's going to be so fun to look back on them all. And it's just a good way to practice without it feeling like practice. Okay, pink top, that's not that cute, but that's all right. Bicycle. Let's go with this. BSC. Had to think there for a minute how I was going to do this. I'm not loving bees lately, by the way. I don't know why. Just, I say lately, it's been a while. I haven't liked bees in a while. You know, we all have these letters that we really have fun writing, and they just always look pretty, like a Y. But B is not one of my faves. Eh. Okay. Towel. Let's do towel in this orangey color. The orange and yellow look the same. Hey Sheila, how are you? I could make C's into wheels. I could. I might go back and do that. Or I don't know, something. I might do something. Let's go with, let's do towel here. I started out to do that E one way, and I changed my mind halfway through writing the the letter. So give it a little bit of substance here. And then I'm going to take this, kind of just go move it across there. Marisa said she's her worst critic and needs to let go. No one sees it but me. I know, right? That's the thing. Like, we are our own worst critic. Hey, Leanne. Hey, I can't remember Farmhouse Stencil Shop. Oh, no, you hang on. Lisa? Lisa, is that your name? I'm blanking. I'm going to get it wrong. I know. Yes, it's just, you just got to make yourself do it and just know that nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to see it. Okay. I need to put these in order. So I'm like pulling the right one. I don't think I've done this light green. Maybe I have. I don't know. We are at Firefly. Oh, Firefly should be, let's do Firefly, this light blue color. Maybe I should do a lighter blue. This one feels like it's the same color as this other one. Let me see. I feel like these are very similar color. Nah, not really. Lori. Okay, I was close. I was like, I know, I like I can picture it in my head. Lori, hello, Lori. Sorry. My brain goes out the window on the live, by the way. Okay, Fireflies is a fun one to write. Let's see, even though I don't like the letter F. Let me think about this for a minute. F-I-R-E L-Y. Or I could do F-I-R-E. I think I'm going to do it as 2 words. We'll see. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 2 words. So let's go ahead and thicken up these downstrokes here. It just makes the word kind of look a little, I don't know, it just adds something, a little something to the word. Fire, and then we're going to do, even though this isn't, it needs to be 1 word, that's okay. I like to just kind of go around a word. That's just a fun way to let her just do 2 different words and one just kind of like go around it, where, you know, like that Y is not the way that I would normally do it, but it just kind of a fun little way to do it. No, that's not really what a firefly looks like, but that's what we're going with. It looks like more like a dragonfly. You got to use your imagination with me. Okay, let's go campfire. Campfire. Oh, I can do it right here. Campfire. I always think, oh, this is not going to look good as last month's, because I'm already starting to think, oh, you know, you're always worried about, is it going to look as good as the last one that you did? Or, but you just can't let those thoughts, F-I-R-E, can't let those thoughts take hold of you. It's just going to be a regular word. S'more. I guess we could, you know, do some more in this color. It'll tie in that. S'mores. R E. Okay, there's s'mores. We're filling up. We're filling up. Let's go flip-flops. See, what's a color I haven't used? Maybe this. Let's go flip-flops maybe here. Or maybe 2 words here, flip-flops. We got some long words in here, so I do got to save some room for the long words. So we'll go here. Flip. And then pops. Wasn't planning on doing it like this, but oh, look at that. Sometimes my hand just kind of does what it does. Sometimes my hand and my brain have two different plans on how I'm going to write something. Oh, what happened? Hey, stop it, Emily. Oh my goodness. Oh, Emily, I'm so sorry. We are going to be praying for you. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Oh, I will be praying for you, Emily, and your son. Send me a message, Emily. Okay. Now I feel like I just don't want to. This is not important now. Y'all definitely, I know y'all will pray for Emily. That's just devastating. Where am I? Flip flops. Pineapple. Okay, let's go with this one right here. Pineapple. Where are we gonna do that? Maybe down here. Maybe over here. Let's see. Let's play around with it. Pine. This is a little bit wonky. There. Pineapple. I'm just so sad for you, Emily. You're still on here. Just can't even focus on my lettering now because it just breaks my heart. Let's see. Ice cream. What color do I need to use? I feel like there's probably a color that I haven't used and I'm just staring at it, but maybe not. See, snow cones coming up. I could use that color. We'll just go with this again. Ice cream. We'll go up here. Let's do cream. Sorry, I'm giving y'all radio silence right now. I'm going to concentrate on this. Let's go. There, some ice cream. And let's see, what else do we have here? Snow cone. Let's do blue for snow cone. We'll do snow cone down here. I don't want to do it here. Let's do it right here. Keep pulling the lid off for the little one. No. Cone. Let's see. I think I'm going to do little e. Just hugs in there like that. And then watermelon, we got to do that one in green here. I like watermelon to be kind of front and center here. If I did red, I could do watermelon, but I want to put red in this one because next month we'll use a lot of red and blue. So let's just kind of do it around these words here. L. Might have a lot of blank space in here. Okay. Watermelon, that looks cute there. What did I do a lot of? I don't remember what I said. Oh, Heather, maybe I did a lot of it. I think she meant praying, Juanita. Or maybe not. I did a lot of it. I'll send you a picture. Let's see. Okay. Word. Umbrella. Let's go with umbrella. Okay. Umbrella. I'll use this. I think of where I can put my word. These words. Let's just squeeze it in here. Um, R. E. This kind of ended up being a small. If I would have done it somewhere else, I could have done like, the arch with the, but there's not room now. Sand, we'll go ahead and do sand with the brown since I ended up incorporating the brown in here. Let's go here. I'm going to do capital D just because it fits better. Okay, sand. Maybe I'll do this because I'm feeling like I need to take up some space. Swimming. A lot of blue I've already used, but let's go swimming here. Sometimes if I'm not sure if something's going to fit, I kind of write it in the air. So I could be SWIMMING. Oh, that might be great. Okay. I'm going to do an S like this. SWIM. Ooh, I better save my space. Oh, I don't like that. I almost did a little loop-de-loop here, and then at the last minute I changed my mind, so it was like, dumb. Okay. But that happens. SWI. Just trying to take up a little space here. Okay, so, next one we have is hot dog. We'll do one more brown one over here, okay? This looks like a good space for a hot dog, or it could be there. I'm gonna do it here. Okay. Hot dog there. Then lemonade. Okay. I'm thinking I might have to divide this up into 2 words too, and I don't want to. How about this? No. Lemon is like one of my favorite words to hand letter, by the way. I don't know why, it just is. That one kind of had to go around that B just a little bit. Okay. Lemonade popsicle. Let's do this light pink. I feel like I'm just dividing all these words up. Um, um, it's hand lettering is art. You can do whatever you want. Divide the word up into 2 pieces. L. Should have done like a little popsicle. Might have to fill the space in with lots of popsicles. Let's do a blue one. Blue one maybe like right here. And let's do a green one too. Oh, good, Christina. I'm glad that you like this. Practicing like this. I think everybody seems to enjoy it. It's just a good way to kind of pull out your creativity. Okay. Sunscreen. We have this big spot here, here, here. Sunscreen, summer, and shorts. So summer, I don't want to divide out, but let me think for a minute. I think I'm gonna need to. I don't want shorts to be the main. Let's do shorts over here. Maybe we could do shorts really like this. Stretch out this space. There. That works. And then we still have summer. I think it's going to need to go here. Let's see what color. Maybe this. I think I'm going to have to do the SUMMER. That space is too little. SUM. Let's go over here to use up this space. I'm going to make these really short because I just looked over and realized that I don't really have a lot of room to do my R. Like that. And then that's all of our words. Let's see. Now I'm going to have to, let's just add some words in here because I'm out of words. And let's just do like fun. Y'all can think of some words that I haven't used on here. Let me know in the chat. Lake, I guess that would be a good one. Boat. Fun. Let's do lake over here. Like that. Family, canoe, goggles, float. Those are awesome. Let's see. Let's do family here. Oops. Run out of space. Fam, can I just write fam? Bummer. I have to go over here. That'll be fine. Family Sunday, love, dog, chase, family, canoe, goggles, floating. I like the river. How about floating down the river? River floating. Let's see, what color is not used here? Green. I'm going to put river floating because that's a big thing in Texas. I don't think you can see that color, that green. Okay, river floating. And then I was going to do boat. Did I do boat already? There's purple. I think I could do another pink over here. Boat, and then Marie said canoe. So let's do canoe under there. Water slide. I know I should have made it into fame, huh? Boat. CAN. I have to just look at it because it makes me feel better. CANOE. Okay. Let's see. Iced tea. That's a good one. Iced tea. Let's see. Let's put it here. Should I put iced tea or iced tea? I say iced tea. I bet people in the north say iced tea. I think I might be able to fill the rest up with like some little stuff, like squigglies or some little like doodles. I think that's what I was trying to do last month too. Here. And then that pulls color in places that maybe needs, some more of that. Here, we'll do a heart. Here. And maybe a little one, since I still have a little bit of space here. There. And then let's just color this in real fast. Here I thought the palm tree was going to take up all the room. And I ended up having lots of room left. Need to fix that palm tree there. Okay, there's that. And I probably could color that in too, but maybe I will. I want to make this a little bit darker. I was only going to do half of this today. But I also like to complete it. Okay, let's do some, what about some like blue splashes? Some like these little, they don't have to be splashes, but here. And then, just do some more of those. Those seem to be good. Then what other color? Orange. We could add some little there. When in doubt, just add dots. Dots are always good. Always fill the space nicely. And let's put, what color? Green. Let's put some green squiggles here. There. I'll just do a dot there. Do some random green dots. Then I think we're going to be good. Okay. I think that's good. Maybe one right there. All right. There is our June word collage. Marisa said she likes it complete too. She still hasn't finished last month. That's okay. You could literally do last month and this month all in the same day. So, you know. Okay, well that turned out good. I like it. I'm good. I think I'm gonna color this in, but let's just do it with this because this is a lot faster. And then you can see my little stripes. Cute. There. That looks so good. I should have done palm tree. Didn't quite come out the way that I thought it would. Now it's kind of awkward, but that's okay. But, you know, you can always go back and like find all kinds of things that you would have changed or done differently. No matter how good you do it, you're always going to see things that you could have done differently. That's the beauty of Procreate because then you can go back and change it. But this is real life, real lettering, and it's not always that way. And it doesn't need to be because this is fun. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for hanging around and staying this long. Is lettering happy hour ish. At least I didn't misspell anything, so hopefully I didn't. And yeah, this was a good time. Maybe I'll bring Abby on here next week. I'm not sure yet. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your Wednesday. Bye.